Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another pregnancy update. Sorry I've been doing them kind of back to back, but I just want to get you guys caught up to current. And if you guys are new to my channel, hi, I'm Cassandra. I do a lot of videos on pregnancy, baby, mommy content. Also, I do cleaning, organizing, and DIY videos as well. So please subscribe if you like that kind of content. Also, if you are pregnant or a new mom, congratulations, and follow along so we can go through this together. So if you haven't seen my other pregnancy update videos, I'll go ahead and post those down below. This one is going to be my second trimester. I left the last video off just saying that I was starting to get pretty nauseous. That was kind of the worst symptom that I've had up until this point. So weeks probably 10 through 16, I was super nauseous. It was starting to get really bad. I do work full-time at a local credit union as a loan officer. And I was just doing kind of member service and loan officer type duties all at once during this time of being pregnant. And it was so hard to just get through the day. I missed like 2 weeks kind of on and off during this time just because I was so sick. Sometimes when you go through like the whole loan with a member, it can take about an hour to an hour and a half, and there would be times where I would be filling out a loan application and the entire time I was just like trying to breathe and be like, do not throw up in front of these members. That would be so awkward, especially everything with COVID going on. Like if I showed any symptoms, my members would be like, that's it, she's got the COVID. So it was super hard to make it through some of my days, which is why I missed a lot of work, which really sucked because I wanted to try to save up as much PTO time as I could for, you know, when the baby was here. So having to take that PTO time when I was sick, I just felt like really down and guilty, and I already was feeling really anxious with being sick. After a few weeks of literally not being able to eat anything, the only thing that would sound good was cold fruit right out of the fridge or cottage cheese, which I'm not really a cottage cheese kind of person, but during my pregnancy, especially kind of in the second trimester, sounded so good for some reason. So that was the only thing that I could eat. But there was a couple week span when I really could not function. I could barely get out of bed. I was so dizzy because I couldn't eat anything. It got to the point where I couldn't even keep like water down. I couldn't shower because I would get lightheaded and have to sit down. I was laying on the couch one night and Keaton ate a bowl of cereal next to me, and just hearing like the sounds of him like slurping and chomping on cereal, I threw up. So I ended up going back to the ER. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, we did make a ER visit at around 6 weeks when I found out that I was pregnant. So if you want to find out reasons about that, go ahead and click that link down below and that will take you to that video. Anyways, I went back to the ER because I literally couldn't function, couldn't keep anything down, not even water. It was awful. I couldn't keep missing work. I didn't know what to do. So we went back there and they did put me on Zofran and promethazine, I believe it is. So 2 different kinds of like nausea medicine. They also gave me nausea medicine through an IV and fluids too. It didn't help too much at first, especially because I just got to the point where I was so scared to even eat anything. But then just a little by little at a time, it did start to improve. I was able to, you know, go back to work full time and end up making through, you know, the days a lot easier than I was originally. Going through other symptoms that I had during this time, my boobs started leaking early, like 20 to 22 weeks, right around in there, which was something that I did not know would happen so early on. Also during this time, I experienced my first round of constipation that was pretty bad. Round ligament pain started happening here and there, kind of if I would move a certain way or get up fast, then I'd be like, oh, what was that? And then also around 17-18 weeks is when I started feeling like flutters and moving around for the first time. And then around, I believe it was 21 or 22 weeks, I'll put a little video up here, but I could actually see the baby move on camera, and my husband could feel it as well. So the anatomy scan was something that I was really looking forward to during the whole time of my pregnancy, something to look forward to kind of get through all that nausea and stuff that I was struggling with that early second trimester. And my anatomy scan was such a letdown. I feel so bad for even saying this, but it really was a letdown. My husband couldn't be there because of all the COVID stuff going on, so what I did was just FaceTime him, which they allowed during my ultrasound scan, so that he could at least see what was going on. We agreed not to find out the gender right away, so they did put it in an envelope with some pictures. Just because my husband couldn't be there, I wanted us to find out together, so we decided to do a little gender reveal for our family, which if you're still watching, we'll actually be doing that for my next video, so stay tuned for that one. But for everything else, so they showed us the heartbeat, then she started looking at the brain and doing her images, then she moved to the heart. She showed us kind of the feet and legs, which you could see those ones were pretty good, and we got some pictures of that. And then that was literally it. She didn't show us anything else. Oh, she had me look away so that she could find out what the baby was and do our pictures for that. But my anatomy scan really lasted 15 minutes from start to finish. And I don't know, she didn't like go through like, oh, this is this, or you know, this is what I'm looking for, this is what it should look like. I don't know, I just feel like I had high expectations for my anatomy scan based off of what everybody else had been saying, and I just feel like it was kind of a letdown. It was super fast, in and out. I mean, yeah, it was cool that we, you know, got our envelope to figure out what our baby was going to be, but other than that, I was kind of disappointed. They ended up calling me a few days after saying that I would need to come back because they didn't get enough pictures of the brain and heart, which wasn't a surprise because it was really fast. Even when I had my next doctor's appointment, I did let my doctor know that I kind of was disappointed with how it went because I did have such high expectations, and they said that the ultrasound tech was the only one during this time that they had. The other one was on vacation, and everything with COVID, they've been trying to keep things like really quick. So that was kind of their justification that they gave me, which kind of sucked. She was super nice there, so there's no problems there. It just was really fast, and I had expected kind of a lot more. I was also starting to get a little bit of a bump during this time. Nothing crazy because I had been really sick too, so I don't know if that made it even look even smaller, but I will post a video of what I looked like during this time. I also want to start ending my videos with a question, so if you guys have any questions for me, leave them down below and you might be featured in my next video. Alright guys, then I think that is all for this week's video. Please subscribe and like the video if you like it, and stay tuned to my next video where we will be doing the gender reveal.